Hi everybody, it's Ashley and I'm back to share a new video with you today for the Cut Shop. Today I'm working with the new cut file, the Hello Love cut file, and I'm using the 12 by 12 size, and I just wanted to show you a screenshot real quick. In Silhouette Studio I didn't use the whole file. I deleted 2 of the rows of the cut file and kind of added a tilt to it. I'm still trying to figure out how to record my screen. I have a program, but it only records like a little section of the screen, so I haven't quite figured that out or got it mastered yet. But I'm looking at some screen recording programs and trying to figure that out so that I can hopefully do some screen recording from when I'm working in the Silhouette Studio. But here you see I'm adding a little bit of acrylic paint to the cut file. I'm going to be working with the Simple Stories Life Documented collection, so I'm just adding a couple of colors that will match that collection. And I didn't like the color, the shade of the green, so I added just a little bit of white in with that. And I'm just going to do 4 colors on some of the hearts that are on the cut file, and then I'll be backing it with a pattern paper. And there's my helper, our oldest daughter, sticking her 2 cents in of what color she thinks that I should add, which of course was purple. And I loathe purple in scrapbooking. I can wear it, but I do not want to scrapbook with it. So I had to tell her that there would not be any purple on the layout. And so I've got one more color that I'm going to add, just a yellow to the top. And once I get that one, I do go back. I missed a spot on my red heart, and I accidentally pick up some of that black paint that was on my little color mixing palette, and so I had to go back and add a little bit more red over that. And now I'm just trimming the paper that I'm going to back the cut file with. It's a wide stripe, so those colors are going to show behind the cut file. I've been sick this week, so I didn't want to have to back each individual cut, and so I thought that would be a perfect paper to add behind there, because it's an easy solution for getting a lot of color and different pattern behind the cut file. And so for these other papers, I'm cutting those. I'm going to add those as strips down the side of the white space on that left hand side. I wanted to leave that white space on the side to have a place for my photos and my title. So that's why I only used a portion of the cut file on this layout. And so I'm going to add some adhesive, and I'm just going ahead and adding a little bit of adhesive to those hearts that I colored with the acrylic paint to help those stick down a little better. And I liked having it a little crooked. I thought that added a fun look to the page, and it picks up a little bit of color on those 2 bottom edges of the stripes in the varying colors. And so I'm going to add those other pattern paper strips on a tilt also. And that'll just be where I put my photos. I didn't want you to think that my page was crooked. I actually did this on purpose this time. Sometimes they're crooked and I don't want them to be crooked, but this one was crooked on purpose. So I'm just going to get that last one there so that I can start putting my photos on. I just like the different colors that adds there on that side. And these pictures are of me and our middle daughter, and we were actually in New Orleans the weekend of Valentine's Day, and we were there for one of the Mardi Gras parades. And this was actually on the parade route on Saturday, which was Valentine's Day. We went to see the Endymion parade, and you pretty much have to find ways to entertain yourself, because we were there from, I think we got on the parade route about 12, and the parade was over around 8:30 or so, and by the time we got packed up and got ready to leave and through traffic and everything, it was probably 9:30. So it's a long afternoon. So we take selfie photos. The kids have coloring books that they can color in, or the iPad so they can play games. So we just snapped a few photos while we were waiting. And so I've got those on there, and I have to add some flare buttons because I always have to have flare buttons, and these are from the A Flare for Buttons shop. And I wanted to use some of the alpha stickers. I just got some of this. I had a little bit of the Life Documented collection from Simple Stories that I got when I joined the team, and some of the things were not ready to be shipped in our first shipment, so Some of the stuff I'm using is like brand new out of the package. Like I just opened it when I worked on this page. So I had kind of looked at it, you know, through the packages, but I had not opened everything up yet. So I really liked these cute letter stickers. And they were perfect for my title because I didn't want to have a big title on this layout since the cut file was such a large part of the page, and I didn't want to cover it up with a lot of stuff. So that's why I kind of layered everything with my photos and title over here to the left hand side. And this is the little die cut ephemera pack from Simple Stories, and this was actually the first time that I opened this, and so I do go through like every piece that's in there because I had not seen all of them out of the package, and so I just sped this up as I go through all of those looking for pieces to go on the page. And I just like those because they're not overwhelming and they give a lot of decoration to your layout. I've tried to do the more simplistic, clean and simple look before, but I just kind of keep adding things, and then at the end I'm like, hey, where did all that stuff come from? I just can't really go without adding a lot of embellishments. So these are perfect because I was able to add it to the layout without taking away from the die cut. And I just layered a lot of those little pieces around my photos to help those photos stand out from the cut file. And there also are those cute little hearts that have the two-tone, so I wanted to use those inside the hearts of the die cut. And so once I get those in place, I'm going to add the date to my little tab up there from the ephemera pack. And then I just stick most of those down with my Zig pen. A few of the things I go and add some hot glue behind just to get a little dimension. I didn't want to have the pop dots on there because I didn't want it really high off the page, but I thought the hot glue added just the right amount of dimension for those. And you can see here on those little circle die cuts, I used the tiny attacher and the hot glue gun because I like to have the hot glue gun adhere that when I use the tiny attacher on something like that, just because it helps it stick a lot better. So I'm going to get all those little hearts in place with the Zig pen. And I liked that I had just enough, and I think I had a couple extra too after I fit all those there. And this is the sticker pack. I love that Simple Stories gives you such a variety and just a great amount of embellishments in each pack. You can see that there are a lot of sheets. I think there's maybe 8 or so. So I just go through and find some of those that I want to use. And I do use a couple of the word phrases. One of them I actually go back and change at the end because I always find things once I'm done that I want to go back and change at the end. So you'll probably see every time I make a layout there's going to be something a little different on the final image. And I do add some more larger black ink splatters too later. And I'm going to add some strips of paper down both of those outside edges too eventually. And I'm just getting some enamel dots on right now. But yeah, you'll see a couple of things that I add once the video is over. And you can see all of the cut files that are available in the shop at the very end of the video, all the new sets that are there this week. So I'd love for you to stop by and visit the shop. I'll put a link down here in the bottom of the comments, and you'll see the full layout and close-up. So thanks for watching today. I hope you join me next time.